Okay, so our next category is string functions, which are very important. Yesterday I told a lot of functions, right? But I just gave the definitions, then we have not seen them, or we haven't discussed thoroughly about them. Okay, so we'll go with one by one function, may not be in the same order what I have told. Okay, so we'll take one by one and then we'll do. Then now I'll say here str expected result equal to, okay, then I will give some value here. I'll say test, that's a value, some whatever the value that you want to give, you can give. Then assume actual value is result at display like this. It maybe I'm taking the actual value from the database, or maybe from application, or maybe from Excel somewhere, maybe from certain report and all. Now what I have to do is I need to see whether the expected result what I have given and the actual result what I have retrieved both are same or not. Then how that can be done is, if say str expected result equal to str actual result, then message box both are same. If both are equal to, then I am saying both are same, else I'll say message box both are not same. String functions. What it says, both are not same. The reason why it is showing both are not same, because even though the value is same inside, but the case is different here. The actual result contains one case and maybe one or more characters. It could be one character also. Okay, that what I need to do is, whenever I want to make the comparison, see, for me I don't want to consider the case for comparison, like it can be in any case. I don't bother about the case here. So actual result can be in lower case, or can be an upper case, or can be in any case. I don't bother about it. So in such cases what you can do is, instead of directly doing the comparison, what I am doing is I will convert, that is a syntax, u case of so and so string or so and so value. So value can be passed through a variable also, u case of so and so variable or u case of so and so value. Now let's see what happens. So str expected result was like this, right, earlier. Test, you can see it is displayed in uppercase. Now this time what it is showing, both are same. The reason, because actual is in uppercase and expected results also I am comparing, converting into uppercase, and then I am doing the comparison. Then sometimes what happens, okay, when you do the lower expected result into uppercase, actual result may come into normal. Then this time again it will fail, because expected result is being converted into uppercase, but actual result has come in sentence case again. That is the reason what you do is, whenever you are making the comparison of the values, convert both into a standard case. So both will be converted into uppercase here, so that the case will not be considered. Only the value, if the value is different, then it will say both are not same. But if the value is same, then what happens, both will be converted into uppercase and then will be compared. Okay, so now it should say both are same here. So whenever you are doing any comparison of the values between expected and actual values, make this kind of standard. So don't directly say first value equals to second value, or expected value equals to actual value. Always you say either u case or l case, convert into either of the case, both into one case, both into uppercase or both into lower case, anything. Then compare the values. Then similarly you also have lowercase. That's called L case. Same almost, but U case converts into uppercase, L case converts into lowercase. That's it. Now it is in camel case, T is in uppercase, right? See, the entire value is converted into. It may not be single word, okay? So it can be the entire. If you see that. Example for BB script. Okay. So ampersand is used for concatenation. Whenever you want to combine the values and all, that comes later for you. Operators. You can see both are converted into lowercase, even though many of the characters in the first string has got uppercase letters and lowercase letters combination, but everything is converted into lowercase. Even the second string had all the things are in uppercase, but it's converted into lowercase. In case if that is already in lowercase, if the given string or given value is already in lowercase, then it will keep as it is saved. Okay, so it won't be converted and it won't throw any error. So in case if it finds any uppercase letter, then it will convert into lowercase. So this is what U case and L case meant for. Then next. What is that? Trim. Okay. So now what I will do is, let's say for example str expected result equals to, I'll just give as test again. Then str actual result, what I will do is instead of directly giving that, I will give through an input box. Input box is one of the function that we do have, and input box means whenever we run the script, then it will display on text box for you. During runtime, one input field will be displayed. Whatever the value that you pass into that input field, that value will come into the variable. Okay, so whatever the variable you are using here, then I'm just saying that enter a value here. Then if I will convert both into uppercase, so case should not be a matter for me. Str expected result equal to U case of str actual result. So because even though I enter in different case, still both should be converted into standard case, and then it should show me as both are same. Else it should show me saying both are not same. And if now set trim function, this is what the input box meant for. Okay, so whatever the value that I have here, that value will be placed into actual result. Then so what I'm doing is here I'm just entering the test. So whatever the value that I have given there, I'm entering the same value. Now since both are converted into uppercase, then that will be fine since the value is same. Click on OK. What will be the result now? Both should be same, right? What happened here? Both are not same. Why? If you observe, see I'm adding a space here. So when I display the value, again what I will do is to see whether both are becoming same or So you see that both are same right here. Both are same. When I convert in both into uppercase, that's how those values will be converted into. Now both values are same there. But still it is showing it as not same. Why? Then the confusion starts here when we look at that. The reason because there are certain, I am giving some space character there. If I don't give any space, there, then it says that both are same. Then what needs to be done here is, after converting into standard case, or you don't need to convert into standard case in case if you say that everything will be in same case. But if you feel that spaces are coming from both the sides of the string, you can just add the trim on top of it. Or you can also give like this, trim of, directly can give. But if you use like this only, then case will be considered again. So what I am doing is, first, whatever the value that we have given, the value I am converting into uppercase, and then I am eliminating the spaces there. Then I'll give some space characters. 1 minute. I haven't saved it. I have not saved that. You can see, even though I have added a lot of spaces, but still it is returning as same. So that's what the trim means for. If there are any spaces that you have given, if there are no spaces, then it will keep as this. But if there are any spaces at left side or right side or both the sides, then it will eliminate those spaces. Remember the spaces which are in the middle, then we can't do that. There is no way that, okay. So because those spaces which are in between the values in one string, those are valid space characters. Okay. Now if you say that no, the space which is at right side is invalid, the space which is at left side has to be same. Then in that case, what you can do is, is the function called rtrim. Then you can just say here rtrim. Okay. Now what I will do is, here, sorry, it has supposed to be rtrim, right? Then I'm adding some space characters at right side. No space is given at left side. So it is saying both are same. Now what I will do is, I'm adding the space at left side this time and say test. Now it says both are not same. The reason why it is not eliminated, because we have used rtrim. So whenever I have added the space at right side, then it was eliminating. But the spaces when I added the left side, then it was considering those spaces because of the rtrim function. So rtrim will eliminate the space characters only at right side of the string. Okay. Similarly, we have ltrim. So this can be removed. Then I'm adding some space, one or more spaces. You can add a number of spaces, no problem. I'm just giving value there. You can see a lot of spaces at left side. But what it is saying here, both are same, even though a lot of space characters have been given. But same thing, if I give right side, it says both are not same. The reason because L-trim eliminates the spaces only at left side, but right side spaces will not be eliminated. But most of the times 90% we use trim only because the spaces at left side and right side both are not valid. Okay, so whenever you want to compare with the absolute string values, then you use trim. Okay, always whenever you are comparing the values, right, this especially these string values, all those, standard comparison format should be like this. Okay, first trim of U case or L case, I mean that can be changed, U case of trim of the value or trim of U case or L case of value, so that you are converting both values, you are converting into a standard case, one case, and from both the values you are eliminating the spaces so that the exact values will be compared. Okay, so that's the standard that we need to follow whenever you are comparing the values. Otherwise, if you don't follow that, what happens is, when the same value is displayed in the application, then spaces and all won't be visible in the application. Then you have given one value, and once the script is executed, because of some spaces and all, your script will, end result will be shown as failed. Then what you will do, once the end result is shown as failed, you will come back to the application and see what is the value currently displayed, what is the value that I have given. Since spaces are not visible in the application, confusion will start saying the value what I have given, the value which is displayed, both are same. But why my script is failing? Because I have given valid operator there, and I have used the valid logic, but still it is failing. And then you have to debug the code again, it takes a lot of time. But to avoid all these things, what you can do, use the trim and use the standard case, so that this kind of confusions will be eliminated. Okay, then so other functions what we have discussed is left, right, and all, right, left function. Yeah. Then something like that. I have the account number in this way. Now what I need to do is, the last 4 digits of my account number is my PIN number. Consider that. So whenever I need to log into the application, I have the complete account number placed in a database or maybe placed in Excel file. From that I need to, my script should capture only the last 4 or last 5. Then how that can be done? Last in a sense, maybe the right side, right? Then the function what we use is, I'll say last 4 equals to right of, what is the value? It is int account number, the main value, comma, second one is the length. Length in a sense, how many characters or how many digits that you want. I'll give as 4 here. Then message box, I'll give as last 4. So 2243. So last 4 it is. Then if you give last 1, it will take the last character only. Okay, now I told that we need to understand some note, right? Then what I need here is, assume 4, 8, 12, 15, right? It is. Then when I give 15 as length, what happens? It will take the complete value. When you give 15, it takes the complete value. Similarly, if you give 16 here, what happens? Any guess? Takes all values. Then how exactly this right function works is, the same thing is applicable for left also. First it takes the length of the string whatever you have given. The write function automatically takes the length of the string or length of the value whatever you have given, and it takes the number that whatever you have given. If the given number whatever I have selected here, that is a given number, is less than the length in the sense number of characters available, the given number is less than the length of the value, then it takes the given number whatever is less. So the given number of characters will be displayed from right side. In case if the given number is more than the length, then it will consider the length. So it will display all the characters. Length will be given there automatically. Okay. So this is how it will be. I mean, that's what the note I told. Okay. So the note, you can just write down the note. Note is here. Then if the number whatever we have given, if the given number is more than the length, then it will consider the length of the string. If the given number is more than the length of the string or more than the length of the value, so it will consider the length. It will consider the string length, and it will return all the characters of the string. Okay, so whichever is less, then it will, if both are same, then it will return same entire value. Okay, then similarly here, see this write function, it's I have given the number, but it may not be only for the numbers, so you can also give characters also. Some junk string I have written there, assume that that's a value, then it will still take last 4. 1 minute, what I have given 16 right here, I will give as 5. So last 5 it has taken. If I give 8, then what will be 6 space also will be considered. Okay, space also one of the character. Then 3 and something. Okay, so last 8. Even if there are spaces in between, it will consider the spaces also. Okay, then left function, this time it should be first 4, then it will be left. I'll give as 4. I'll give it as first 4. What does it mean here? So KHGC. Okay, done. So same thing is applicable here. Whatever the note I told for right, then the same thing. If the number of characters given or the number whatever we have given is more than the length, then it will consider the length as a number here. So it will retrieve all the characters. If the given number and the length of the string both are same, then it will retrieve overall. Again, it won't throw the error. Okay, so this is what left or right. Now in certain requirements, generally what we need is we need to retrieve the specific number of characters from the middle. That means when I say in the middle, it's not exactly from the middle of the string. What I will do is here, don't retrieve from the beginning, don't retrieve from the end. So what I will do is, okay, start from 5th character onwards, retrieve maybe 6 characters. Requirement is starting from 5th character, retrieve 6 characters or maybe 8 characters, something like that. Then say mid function, and just state as the function is mid. Function name is mid. Then 3 inputs for this mid function. One is from which string you want to retrieve. I'll just give it a string str, from which string you want to retrieve. Second input is the start position, from which character you want to retrieve. It's not after 5th character, it's from 5th character onwards. Third input is, that is optional. Third input is how many characters you want to retrieve. So it's not like from 5th character to 8th character. From 5th character and 8 characters I want. So that means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 to 12th character it is. Okay, so it will count 8 characters from 5th character. It says expected equal to, there is a syntax error. I haven't saved that. Did I use message box? You can see. Five, right? 1, 2, 3, 5. This is 5th character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing is the output here. So if I give 10, then it will get 10 characters from it. Or as I told, this is optional. The last input is optional. Then what does it mean here? Str comma 5, start from 5th character. But I have not given third input. Third input meant for how many number of characters that we need to retrieve. When you don't give how many number of characters that you don't retrieve, then it will consider the remaining all characters. From 5th position, from 5th character, remaining all characters it will retrieve. If you see, you want to see that, you can see. Starting from 5th character, all the characters have been retrieved. So from specific position to specific number of characters it retrieves, and if you don't provide the number how many characters to be retrieved, then whatever the position that you have specified, then it will retrieve the remaining characters. Okay, there is one more thing that you need to know here is, now let's say for example here, okay, so how many are there? 8 characters are there, right, in that. So start position I will give as 9, comma 1 or some characters. What it will retrieve? I'm saying there are only 8 characters, right? But the start position I'm giving it as 9. It will retrieve empty, that's it. Okay, so if you give 8 comma 2, then from 8th character only 1 character is left out, only 8th character. 8 comma 1 means starting from 8th character get 1 character length, so last character it will retrieve. But 8 comma 2 means it will retrieve only the available. See, if the length whatever you have given here, how many characters, is more than the available characters from the start position, it will take the available characters only. When I give 8 there, then available characters will be only 1, only the 8th character. right? If I want to retrieve two characters from it, there is no second character, so it will take only the available number of characters. So right or left or mid functions, all these three, then the length will be based on the available number of characters and given number. If the given number is more than the available number of characters, then it will take available number of characters only as the length. Okay? So these are some important functions that we use regularly. Okay, next. Naresh. Okay, so next is instr function. So what is mean by instr? What I told? To find a substring in the main string. Okay? Then that's what I have given here. That's my string, a sample string that I have given there. But in the real, it could be a different string also. Now, what I need is that string is generated by application. That is what I have given. That is expected word, unified. I want to see whether the given word is available in the main string or not. My script has to understand it. If the given word is available, then it's pass. Otherwise, it's a fail. Then the question is, how can I verify whether the given string is available in the word, or it can be a substring, or it can be just a character also. Remember that substring can be a word, or can be a part of the word also, it can be, or it can be a single character, or it can be group of words, anything. So that's the reason we just call it as a substring. A substring is a combination of words or combination of characters, or can be a single character also. Okay? Then str result equals to instr of str comma str word. Don't write down. We have to discuss about this thing thoroughly. Then we can later we can write after some time. Once we discuss. Instr function. This is what. So what it is returning? It's returning I'll give a different word which is not available. What it is returning? What does it mean? That sometimes 37, sometimes 34, sometimes 0. What is that? Any idea? It's not the length, it's the position. That's what I told you. So when I gave unified, what it has written 37, right? Let's see what is that 37. 5, right? Including space. Then plus 3, 8, 11, 7 plus 8, 19, 23, again 8, 9. So how many it is? 29, 23 plus 9, right? 8, 23 plus 9, 32. 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, that is 37. So when I give unified has found at 37th character in the string. So that's what it is. Then when you say when I have given as VB script 24, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and it's found at 24th character. In case if the given word is not there, substring is not there, then it is returning as 0. Okay? So if the substring is found in the main string, then it returns the position where exactly that is found. What is the starting position of that word or substring. Whereas if the given word is not found, then it returns 0. Then the validation will be like this. If strres equals to 0, then it's not found. If strres is not equals to 0, that means it's returned some number, then it's found somewhere. That's how the validation goes. Okay. So the thing what you need to understand, main thing here which we need to understand is, now give VB script. It says 24. What I have done? Also change the time here there. I just changed the case. One of the character. See, I have earlier VB script I have given exactly same as how it is placed in the string. What is this time? 0. The reason because it is considering the case also here. By default, it does with case case sensitive. It's a case sensitive. Then sometimes case may not be the matter. Then in that case what you do is, the first thing, convert both into that gives you one solution. Convert your string into uppercase and substring also into uppercase, so that uppercase words or uppercase string will be searched in uppercase. So that is one thing. Or the second option what we have is, generally by default all these functions use the binary mode, because all these functions are working with the values inside, not directly working with the variables, the values inside those variables. That's how they are working, right? So it's making the comparison. The instr is doing comparing with all the values, and then it is taking the position. Okay? Then by default it is taking the binary mode. Then we can ask this function to use the text comparison mode. Instead of using binary comparison mode, then we can ask to use binary, instead of using binary mode, you can ask using text, you can ask to use text mode. Then how that can be done is, I'm just eliminating that U case and all. I don't want, because I want to use text mode, right? So when I use text mode, case should not be a matter. I'm using 4 arguments this time. So as I told yesterday, instr for instr, you can give either 2 or 4. Right now, in the second scenario, what I have done here, what I have done there. So I have added 2 extra inputs. One input in the beginning and one input at the end. Okay, so we will discuss about that. What it says, I'll give completely in different case. It's finding the position, right? What I've done there, the last input is for comparison mode. For binary, always it is 0 mode number. For text comparison, it is always 1. It is 0. So it is taking the binary. By default, it takes the binary. When you give only 2 arguments, it takes the binary. When you give the text comparison mode, then it ignores the case. How can you give the text comparison mode? The last input as 1. It should be either 0 or 1 only, no other input. 0 stands for binary, 1 stands for text mode. Okay, so we'll stop here today.